And all that.
I swear that's how it worked. I swear that's what I saw.
No,
Money's
well, that's right.
Money's like, that can't happen, because I've been in magic for 30 years. That can't happen. Something.
Richard!
Hey, Richard made it. How lucky can we get?
Bring money, sit down.
Well, look,
Hey, you missed some good magic.
Yeah.
But did you read, there was a great article in Magic magazine, the interview with the comedian, and it was so interesting how he said, as a comedian, of course, you're always going to be original. The difficult thing with magic is it's sometimes hard to be totally original because you can go into a magic store and we can all buy the same trick.
a lot of acts never call himself a magician.
Right.
He always is a comic entertainer. And they say, well, what do you do? Well, I use a little magic and thing in between my act.
To be a teacher, you have to be certified. To be an electrician, you have to be certified.
right.
Even to be an actor, you have to be certified.
Right.
To be a magician, you have to have a business card.
Right.
You know,
That's exactly right.
And if it changes color, you're in.
I don't. Yeah,
You want to see something good?
Herb and I are going to do a trick using the 3 most overused words in the English language besides I love you. Herb, pick a card. I got the first dollar ever made in magic, you know. And this is talking about big money here. When I say big money, I mean big money.
Oh, my God, that's...
That is big money.
Do me a favor, will you pull this chain a little harder? We'd light up your life. You're thinking of your card, Herb? Herb, you ever held hands with a man?
Across the table, Sparks.
George?
Yes, all right.
You okay?
Yeah.
That's very nice, John.
Whoa. Anybody need a light?
Ah!
Now you did it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What kind of coin is that?
that'd be a penny.
Nah, you're not looking. You have to look closely. What kind of coin is that?
And we open it up slowly and show it. Would you please open yours? And you've got the $1. That's magic. That's magic.
Careful, this may be a trick.
A person comes in from out of town. He's a magician. Well, he doesn't know anybody. He may be on some business, but he knows that there is a place, there's a magic table, so they come down. Now, some days we have just a few people, and other times we can have a large group. And it's a way of breaking bread with each other, talking, exposing a trick or two, performing. And it's a place, actually, for magicians to meet.
Hold on to both of these. Now, here's where nobody's going to see this, right? You only saw those 2. What you didn't know is in my pocket, I had an extra one. Now this one has nothing to do with the trick. John, open slowly. You've got 1, you've got 2, you've got all 3. Please don't tell anybody how we did this. Thank you. Here, hang on to that. Easy come, easy go. What do you? I'm going to have some coffee. Would you join me? Our code is very simple. We want to elevate the art of magic. Remember, it is an art. We're not going to put on clown noses and claim ourselves as magicians.
Magic is a very simple form of entertainment, very simple form of performing, because you can sit in front of one person live and produce miracles. One face down, one face up, one face down, face up, one face down. I have them just kind of all mixed up, face down, face up.
Can I see that again?
Sure, you want to see that again?
Yeah, they're up, face up, face down, face up. Yeah.
Now, if you're like, most people like to keep track of your money, but magicians always keep track of their money in a very special way that people can see that.
Oh my God, look at that.
That's fantastic.
Most of the fellas do close-up. Say they get jobs in restaurants. If you're better, naturally, you can get into Atlantic City, you can get into Vegas, but that's people who are pretty well advanced and pretty professional.
Most of the magic that we do as magicians comes from private parties, corporate gatherings, that sort of thing.
I don't recommend anybody going into it and saying, hey, I'm going to get rich with it. You can count them on your fingers, the rich magicians. I mean, not everybody is David Copperfield or Siegfried Roy or Blackstone. But most of the magicians around are making a decent living. We do trade shows, sales meetings. I'll do a bar mitzvah if you need it.
All the way to the top.
There are all kinds of magic tricks, all phases of magic. There are people who do nothing but card tricks, people who do nothing but coin effects, and there are people who do escapes, which are not necessarily magic, but they're interesting because they're done in a magical way.
Yes. I raise my hands up, you count to 3, and I'll go in. Okay? Just want to let the floating wood go by.
What I like to do is I like to take my magic out of doors, out into the real world. But I also like to take, as far as the escape artistry is concerned, I like to take parts of that out of the show and do things such as being handcuffed and thrown into the river.
5 seconds.
I do get frightened before some of the escape stunts I do. There is a nervous tension that I get about 2 hours before I do it.
Turn around and show us all the handcuffs.
It's important to keep in mind that I create the illusion that I am risking my life. There is the real trick.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's very dangerous, and I would not ever recommend anyone even attempting to do something like this unless you know exactly what you are doing. Magic that I do is woven in with theater. Everything appears much different than it actually is. And as dangerous as it appears, that's what we're trying to do. That's the illusion we're trying to create. Witness the Hyatt, 1907 version. Advertised as the most escape-proof handcuff of their time. Perfect for the most depraved killer of his time. I don't like anything that looks like a prop. The whole idea of magic is to convince the audience that, even for that moment, that you are doing magic. Peter Curtin, the Dusseldorf Ripper.
The neighbors warned me I had a disturbed child. I guess it was when I found the severed arm next to the bloody torso in the basement. Then I began to worry. Where did I go wrong? And I had to tell the police. They told me he had mutilated over a dozen innocent young girls. Oh, where did I go wrong? He was always such a good mama's boy.
The devil made me do it, Ma.
Every major city has a good magic shop. There are about 350 in the country.
Used to be more in New York, as I recall.
Yeah, there used to be 6 of them in New York.
Well, what is the biggest magic shop in the country?
In New York, of course, here it's Tannen's.
Yeah.
Big one. And do you ever come to New York to visit?
Yeah.
We always send people to Tannen's.
This is Tannen's Magic. We've been around for 61 years. Got a lot of different things we sell here. Right through the bill. Rip, blow it, restore it. We have the beginners that come in. We've got amateurs, intermediate, then we've got professionals that come in. You know, David Copperfield comes here, Siegfried Roy. You know, we got them all. You name them, they come in here. This is called the production box. What you do is you show the box totally empty. Right. Okay? And you close the edges, you reach inside, and you pull out a rabbit. We have over 8,000 effects in the store. It's your dollar bill, right?
Yeah.
Let me just make sure it's real. It's real. And I can only use a real dollar bill for this effect. We're gonna crumple it up, use a little static electricity, force that bill to stick to my finger. There it is. Right in midair. Okay? Yeah, if I let it sit on the table, you can actually touch it. It doesn't like to be touched. Right up the arm. Right through the hoop.
You can put it right to the left.
Sure. There it is. You wanna watch it vanish? Here it goes. Here, make it come back up. Here it is. And
I got started when I was 9 years old with a little magic set.
a Gilbert magic set. Also got a Gilbert chemistry set at the same time. And they were both hobbies, and I became a chemist and then a magician too. When I came home one day from the lab and said that I was going to quit the chemistry field in 6 months and become a full-time magician, that scream could be heard for many miles around. Today is really the golden age of magic. We think of it as being back in the 20s and the 30s. That was the golden age, but this is the golden age. Magic is everywhere today.
I think my involvement in magic came around because I was well fooled by someone who showed me magic. He was pulling handkerchiefs out of his mouth, behind his head, out of his pocket. He was pulling them out of my ears, everywhere. And how do you do that? I want to know that.
That's right.
I think it's pretty important to me to get into the society because I think these guys are great. They have workshops and dinners, and they'll help you in any single way they can. I think it's just terrific.
Peter, how are you? Good to see you. Nice to see you. You know, Peter, how wonderful to see you. Peter is one of our newer members.
In order to be a member of the Society of American Magicians, you have to have an expertise in magic. You don't have to necessarily be able to make a woman float in the air and disappear, but you do have to know something about magic, have to have some magic knowledge and be able to perform it before a panel of members of our organization. Peter, what have you got planned for the admissions committee? You show something here? Give us a little preview. Peter is going to be thrown to the wolves.
I got 3 ropes right here. They're all the same length, and I want you to know that they're all the same length. You know, they know the secret. They know what's going to happen. They know what you're hiding, and it's a little hard to hide it sometimes when you're really looking for it. Nothing on my sleeve here, and I'm just going to slip them right into this bag for a second.
I remember sitting before that admissions committee, doing a few things, watching these New York City magicians watch me, and it's kind of unnerving, really.
Well, I'm going to open this bag, and I want you to grab one yellow end in this bag right here, and pull it out. Okay, you got one rope.
Mediums? Another regular size?
Regular size rope. All right, well, how about grab another one?
Another one? Another regular one?
Grab the
Oh, there it is.
grab this one for a second. Okay. How did you... How did you make that happen?
Hey, we can't beat that. Let's get out of here.
What I like best about magic really is to watch the expression on someone's face. And there's that moment when the person you're performing for cannot believe what has just happened.
You alter what people believe, even though it is for only a few minutes.
There's no high like it when you see the smile on someone's face after you perform a trick. That's some of the best feeling in the world.
It's like a high of anything, like having a good drink. You don't have to get drunk, but it gives you a good feeling.
Take one.
Anyway.
Today. Okay, you got it? Burn it into your memory. Drop it over there. They'd love to have fantasy in their lives. They haven't got it anymore.
Yes. What's the name of your card? The King of Spades. The King of Spades. Turn over the next card. You did it wrong.
And if you goof, it's a problem. The audience has no sympathy. After all, you did break the magic spell.
What am I even doing here? I don't even know what I'm doing. Why don't I even quit the coat hangers and we'll go into our big finale? Shall we do that? And I'll go home and read the book again.
You could forgive a singer for forgetting the words to a song, but audiences will never forgive a magician for making a mistake because they want to believe in the fantasy.
The performance is never as great as you think it's going to be when you're developing a trick. So the real enjoyment is the dreaming of what's coming. And this is pretty much true in life because almost nothing is as great as the expectation. I won't get into any elaboration on that, but this is true.